it too. It's like Coach Prime has just such a high regard. Like you played the game in a very skilled way. You're a defensive lineman that Colorado really needed. When you were looking at schools to transfer to, what was it about Colorado? You're like, I'm gonna go.
It was kind of a unique experience for me coming to Colorado on my visit because I didn't plan to visit. My dad did. He kind of just woke me up in the morning and just packed my bag and go to Colorado. So like the relationship I have with those men up there is like it goes beyond football and stuff like that. It was so like long ago in my childhood that I didn't really remember all of it. So like when I came here and like I stepped into the building, it didn't really feel like a visit. It just felt like a bunch of different family members remember you, but you don't remember them.
Yeah.
But then like little bits and pieces started to come back. I was like, oh, I do know these people. Like,
did you play with them at? You played with Coach Prime at Truth.
Yes, I played with them when I was really little, but those memories didn't really hit in. They didn't kick in until like I got back in front of them, and like I started to really think about it. So I was like, I might as well finish off my college career with the people that I started my career with. The people who set me on this path to play defense.
That chemistry has been kind of a big talking point. A lot of the new guys that come in have said that the chemistry is really rare. Was that something that surprised you when you got here?
No, I think that's really a testament to like people like Coach Corey, bringing in the right kind of people. People think that just because like you bring in a lot of transfers that the chemistry will be like dysfunctional, but as long as you bring in the right people, the people who stand up for like what Coach Prime wants, the principles of the senior football, and, like that stuff takes care of itself. D-line, this is like most together. Like, I felt with my D-line since my freshman year. Like we all hang out. We don't really hang out that much, but as soon as we step in the building, it's like family. Coach D-Lou is like that crazy uncle, Coach Sapp, Coach Dancy. We all laugh and joke, but when it's time to work, that's what we do.
I talked to Dancy on Monday. I think it was Monday, and he said there's no I guys. It's all about us, and you guys are all like working together. Like you said, the chemistry is there. When you're on the field with them, listening to them, like does it feel like kind of like that family environment? You guys are going to be that defensive front that Colorado team.
Yeah, like if you think about football, the most dangerous D-lines are the ones that rush together. It's not just one individual. It's easy to pick up one guy if there's only one guy on the defensive line. If you got multiple guys who can all have the talent, all have the ability to rush a passer, and we all are on the same accord, we're all rushing together. That's what scares people. I think that's what we have here. And a lot of guys who do that, myself.
What made you transfer from Arizona State? What do you feel like was maybe missing from your college experience that you wanted to get out of it?
It was more just an internal thing, like I was just a big believer, you can't keep doing the same things over and over. Just make descriptions of, there's a history of a lot of guys, left Arizona State and had big careers right as soon as I left. Ricky Pearsall, Norman Wright, just different guys who left. Jaden Daniels recently. I just felt like it was just my time. It's no love lost for Arizona State. Those are the people who gave me a chance to play college football. They gave me a scholarship. Part of my heart will always be there. Just move and progress. I feel like that was just the thing I needed.
You play for a lot of pros here. Obviously, Coach Sapp, Coach Bruce, Coach Livingston. Two-part question. Was that a big selling point for you coming to Colorado? Two, how has that been kind of being in a pro atmosphere, learning from guys who have been here?
It's just there isn't a rebuttal to what they say. Like with a guy like Coach Sapp, what he says is like the unadulterated, it's unfiltered truth. That's a guy who was a first ballot Hall of Famer, so if he's telling you something, it's for a reason. Coach D-Lou, played multiple years, decades in the league. Those guys know what they're talking about. There's a lot of guys, NFL guys, who come in and out of here on a day-to-day basis. So it's just about being a sponge, taking all that in. That's something that wasn't really a selling point, but that's something that I needed to be around in order to make that next step. If I want to be one of the best, which is what I aspire to be. If I want to play in the league for a long time, I need to surround myself with people who played in the league for a long time.
Who do you feel like you really connected with? Like who's like your best friend?
I think I'll probably say Aon, man. We just feed off each other. got, his Crash and Bernstein, coming off both edges, I feel like a lot of havocs caused were both on the field at the same time, but I feel like I said before, there's not really one guy that I say is my best friend with the D-line. Like, we all hang out together. Like, if we're not even doing anything, like, I think on Wednesday we got off early. First thing we did was like, hey, let's go get some food together, and that's what we did. So we're like, obviously the edge group, we're really close because of like who our coach is and who we are as people. But like, the relationship varies because we all switch around. Like, it might be me and Dayon for one practice, or it might be me and Tajay. I like to call him my son because I see a lot of myself in him. Or it might be me and Sam, but the chemistry never changes.
What do you see Tajay as?
Just his want for it, he has a lot of the same twitchiness that I have. And so like he's like a little bit undersized like me, so we got all the techniques that has to show up that I pride myself on, so that's a lot of myself that I say on him. I like to just, anything that I can get to him, like in my last year, before I'm out of here, I'll do it.
How's it been for you going up against these tackles in practice, Khalil, Jordan? What do you see in that?
I feel like they progress day by day. I told them when I got here, my job is to make the job as hard as possible. Like, I want to cause havoc. I just want to create dysfunction. And I feel like they do a good job with limiting that day by day. Just making sure that I just don't cause havoc and cause disruption between them. I like to pick on one O-lineman. I started out by doing that, but now they're coming together as one cohesive O-line. They already were one cohesive O-line, but they play like it more and more and more. So it's good to see. It's good to see how Jordan, like, this is the floor for Jordan Seaton. So it's crazy that I can pick on him now, but in a few years he might be a completely different person. So I gotta get my licks in now.
I was talking to Justin Barrett a minute ago, and he was telling me that at his old school he had some habits, and now he's here and he watches film and he's like, why was I working like that? He had some bad habits within his own technique. When you're under this new coaching staff and they're telling you things, do you realize that maybe there's some habits that you have that you're trying to break, or your game is like solid?
Your game is never solid, when you're in the presence of public fans. It's always something that you can work on. There's like, for me, there's not really any big things that need to be corrected as you go towards the senior years. It's more the little things that matter. The little things day by day, being able to think and, play technique when you're tired. Because Coach Prime does a really good job of like putting us in those extreme situations where you have to think when you're tired. That's the biggest thing, being able to just like communicate and see the whole formation, understand the whole scheme. Being able to like make sure that we make the right corrections and the right stunts when we're all like, when it's like 3rd and 9 and we've been on the field for like 12 plays at least. Those things, when the little things matter, like when the lights are on, those are the things that show up. And I feel like those are the things that I harp on, that I pride myself on going into this season.
Is that attention to detail something that you were missing at your previous stops? Is that something new here?
It's not new here, but it's something that we harp on every day. It's something that there's never a perfect day, regardless of how many times we get to the quarterback. There's always something that we can work on. There's always something that they're going to say that we need to do. There's always something that we have to go into, and they give us little tidbits to come back and tomorrow and we work on that. Even if we work on that, we correct that. There's going to be something the next day to work on, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And that's the thing that I love about Coach D. Lou is that he gets on us a lot, but the reason why he gets on us is because he wants us to play on Sundays. He wouldn't be getting on us if he didn't see that we could play on Sundays, and that's one thing I appreciate about him.
How excited are you to play football again?
Football is something that I've been doing since I can even think about ball being no pun intended. I appreciate this, this college chapter. This is something that my college career is something I can't even make up. Something that you probably see on TV, honestly. My first play ever was a sack as a walk-on. I led my team as a walk-on. Being able to lead my team over and over and over again. Colorado has a rich history of football. That's something that I really appreciate is coming from the deep culture of football. We're really excited about the football team. Obviously, with Coach Prime bringing that excitement. Had my eye on that sack record. Here, 14. Obviously, having those the D-line coaches, and just being able to learn from Coach Sapp and take his teachings and going into week by week. You know, it's like being able to just like scout other teams through the mind of a Hall of Famer. You know, just having that to our advantage is something that you can't replace that. So being able to like talk to big George Hagerman, like the only person who knows O-lineman better than O-lineman is another O-lineman. So being like, you know, being him have that conversation, you know, when we go into like different weeks, you know, I can take our scouting report of the O-line, we can watch their film, and he can help point out their tendencies because he was an O-lineman. And just having those types of resources, the sky's the limit, honestly.
You weren't here this spring for the spring game, so the open practice on Friday will be your first chance to kind of show out for the fans. Are you excited for that?
I just play like me, you know. I'm gonna be me regardless, you know. And Colorado has a standard, so there's gonna be something to see.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, DJ. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Have you met